Ririri ho pai mariri. Ladies and gentlemen, should you hear a fire alarm, the assembly point is across the road. Please follow staff instructions. Leave through the exit entry as you came in. Assembly point is across the road. Please use the lights for safety reasons. If there is an earthquake, roll under the bench because there is glass above us.
Glass up there, that's right.
Please remember, councillors, to have your phones switched to silent or off. Nō reira, tēnā tātou katoa. Call for apologies.
I move Councillor Johnston and Councillor Tamati.
Happy to second.
Those in favour say aye.
Aye.
Against, no, carried. Excuse me. No, any conflicts of interest? We have no public forum and no deputations. We move into report A, the adoption of the annual plan. Any questions of clarification, councillors? Yep. Appears to be none. Oh, sorry, my apologies. Councillor Coward. Could we please have somebody appropriate come up to the... Oh, we'll see what the question is. Councillor, your question.
At the bottom of page 5 in the report, there's a figure of 4.6%, the second to last paragraph. I'd just like to know where that 4.6% came from, please. I don't remember.
Sure, we'll get that answered.
Through you, Your Honour, the 4.6% was what the second year rate rise was in the LTP, so that's what the forecast. So if we hadn't changed anything, and obviously things always move, and kept it all the same, the second year was 4.6 and now it's 3.6.
Thank you.
Understand that, thank you. Any further questions, councillors? There's to be none. I shall move from the chair. Do I have a seconder?
I'll second.
Seconded Councillor Pearce. Any debate or discussion? Should we put that? All those in favour say aye.
Aye.
Sorry, no, just got me. Councillor Allen.
Yes, I'm basically disappointed in the rate rise. I believe we should have achieved certainly less than 2%. If you look at the stats for our district, the median wage take-home pay for adults over 15 or so is around 29,000, and that means that half our residents are really struggling. So I accept the report's what we've achieved, but it would have been very nice if we achieved less than 2%. Thanks.
Any further speakers? Shall put it. Those in favour say aye. Aye. Those against no. It is carried. Report B. Taranaki Investment Management's limited statement of intent for the year. Any questions or clarification? Councillor Chong.
How many staff exactly? How many staff exactly are in Timor?
3.
Yep, we'll find that out for you, Councillor.
3. Through your worship, the Mayor, there's 3 full-time staff.
3.
And secondary to that, part-time?
0.
Okay, thank you.
Cool. Any other questions or clarification? Someone prepared to move the report? Moved Councillor Duynhoven, seconded Councillor Weaver. Debate, discussion. Those in favour say aye.
Aye.
Oh, sorry.
I was going to just debate something.
I'll let you, seems I let Councillor Allen. Please, councillors, if you do, please respond.
Yeah.
Timely minute.
Yeah. I'd just like to mention that I'm going to be against this. I've always been against the costs of Timor, and I can't figure out where to justify it. If we break it down per month, now I've just asked the staff cost $745,000. There's 3 staff, and that's not including the directors' fees and expenses of $385,000. So technically, there's 4 people there, and it's over $1 million, $1.1 million. You know, we've got general operating expenses. Not only is it what I've mentioned, the figures I've just discussed, but general operating expenses of $160,000 a year. You know, for an organisation of 4 people, and the operating expenses of that is just ridiculous. And I've always been against those costs, and I can't figure out how they can account for those costs and what they do for that money. I did ask once, about a year ago, have you made any actual transactions in the last 90 days? And they said no. So I don't know what they're doing there. but it's something seriously needs to be looked at of these costs and how they can justify those wages and running costs. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further speakers?
Yep.
Councillor Brown?
Thank you, Worship. Councillor Chong, I'll be delighted to assure you without breaking any confidentiality, we've spent the last 2 hours addressing those issues in a workshop. Thank you.
I don't mean I have to agree with them.
Order. Any further debate? Shall put it. Those in favour say aye.
Aye.
Against, no. Carried. Item C, the Forestry Joint Ventures final statement of intent.
Happy to move.
Second.
Any questions or clarification? No. Moved Councillor Bezic, seconded Councillor Pearce. Debate discussion. Those in favour say aye.
Aye.
Against, no.
No.
Carried. Item D, the New Plymouth Airport Joint Venture final statement of intent. Any questions of clarification? Councillor Bezic?
Thank you, Worship. Just a quick clarification on page 8, and it talks about the capital expenditure for the new terminal building. When will that report be through to us? Because I understand that that's all been set and decided on.
Through your worship, Mayor. No, we've reported through to the Finance Committee that we'll bring an updated business case to the full council in the August meeting. So no decisions been made on the exact amount that will be spent on the basis that the plans have changed with the arrival of Jetstar, which has required us to review the original plans. So we'll bring an updated business case in August.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, did you have a supplementary? No. Councillor Dynhoven?
Thank you, Your Worship. Mr. Bird, the design of the new facility at the airport, I understand that's been completely redone. How much delay has that process cost us?
Through your worship, the Mayor, I wouldn't say that a design has been completely redone. What we had work that we'd done previously was the functional layout of how the various component parts work together and the flow of people. That work still carried through to the new design in terms of what we're trying to achieve in the building. We will have the concept work as part of the business case report to council in August.
Thank you. And the delay, the extra time?
The extra time in terms of our original time frame is probably 3 to 6 months, which is more to do with the Jetstar arrival and negotiating that deal, and then getting them settled in February. Put the original project on pause while we work that through, rather than trying to continue to design a new terminal and at the same time trying to get Jetstar in.
Supplementary, Councillor Dynhoven?
The joint venture between the Crown and the council to run the airport, where are we at in negotiations?
So the joint venture arrangement is that we own the airport in partnership with the Crown. That's the operating assets. The council actually owns the land the airport is on. The council, as part of that joint venture arrangement, is responsible for the operation of the airport. We are in discussions currently with the Crown around the governance structure of that. It's hard to tell exactly when a time frame will be, but we would be hopeful that we'll have something to report to council at the August meeting.
No further questions of clarification? Moved Councillor Allen, seconded Councillor Dynhoven. Any debate or discussion? Those in favour say aye.
Aye.
Against, no. Carried. Move to item E, Venture Taranaki Trust Statement of Intent for the year 30 June 2017. Any questions of clarification? No?
Happy to move.
Thank you.
I'll second.
Moved Councillor Weaver, seconded Councillor Pearce. Do you wish to speak to it? Any commentary? Right, I shall so move. Those in favour say aye.
Aye.
Those against, no. It is carried. That concludes the meeting. Travel safe. Ka kite anō.